A family in search of the perfect rural retreat.
We hope the sleepless nights are worth it.
Can they haul this massive mansion more than 50 miles across the countryside?
They're stuck.
Without smashing it to pieces?
Hey!
Hauling this Minnesota mansion will be nothing short of one massive move. Lake Park, Minnesota, a rural frontier of rolling hills and lakes. Suzanne and Ellen Moe have lived not far from here in the town of Wadena for more than 8 years. They've got a big family and want to move out of town.
We have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, and 4 dogs and a cat.
You ready?
Both Alan and I grew up in the country, and so having a country spot is a dream that we've had for quite some time.
So they bought this stunning 8.5-acre plot of farmland. It came with this huge farmhouse, but it was beyond repair and had to be burnt to the ground. But Suzanne has found this, an almost identical replacement that she's planning to move to their plot.
It was love at first sight. The picture just drew me immediately, and I said, we've got to go take a look at this because it's just awesome.
And it's huge. A sumptuous 100-year-old Victorian mansion. Original wood features and bright, spacious rooms make this the perfect family retreat for their farm.
We're not trying to really remodel, so to speak. It's more restore and bring it back to its original glory because it's just a glorious house, and it needs to shine again. I can absolutely imagine myself here.
The mansion currently sits on the banks of the Red River and needs hauling almost 60 miles to reach Suzanne and Alan's site. Narrow bridges, tight twisting lanes, and uneven roads will make this journey a big challenge.
We are a little bit nervous, but it will be a big relief, and we'll have a big party when it's all over.
Suzanne and Alan bought the mansion at auction for the bargain price of just $500. Moving it will cost them $61,600. Materials for the foundations and restoration, another $38,500, bringing the grand total for this ambitious venture to just over $100,000. A great price for a mansion. They've called in Minnesota's finest heavy haulers, Anderson Building Movers, to carry out the move. Neil Anderson is the boss.
It takes too long to build a house. So for me, it's more fun to move a house. Because it can all happen in a week.
His foreman, Keith, helps keep the show on the road.
Who cut the floor joists? We spend anywhere between 65 and 80 hours a week together. You know, we spend more time with each other than we do with our own families.
This is one of the biggest buildings Neil and Keith have ever moved. It's too wide to squeeze down narrow roads. So their first task is to slice off the garage.
Right through here. All the way down. Going up!
Then thump holes in the basement walls to make way for steel beams. These will support the floor as they jack the massive mansion up off its footings.
Up she goes!
We're getting the house in the air now. We finally got some freedom from the foundation.
Looking real good.
It's up.
It's up.
Yep, that's something.
It's hard to believe they can actually move something this big in one piece.
Yeah. I'd guess it's at least 5 or 6 feet above the foundation.
Well, it looks like they're getting ready to move it this way on the dollies, so keep our fingers crossed and it'll all go fine.
Because right now it's on rollers, so it'll just roll nice and easy. We hope.
Next challenge, slide the house onto the truck.
That is absolutely amazing. You can put the house on top of the wheels and then they'll move it to our farm.
That's really neat.
Shifting 100 tons of house is a big ask for even Keith's mighty digger.
Wasn't the easiest thing to get traction. Just want to keep lifting your back end up.
It looks like it's there.
I'm feeling pretty good about it now.
In rural Minnesota, Suzanne and Alan Moe have bought this massive mansion for just $500 to move to their farmstead in Lake Park.
We've been waiting for this for about 4 months, so it's exciting to see it up in the air and actually making some progress.
Loaded onto the truck, this 100-ton Goliath is now ready to hit the road.
Honestly, I'm afraid that it's gonna fall apart. We've been told it can be done, but it's still a little nerve-wracking until it finally gets there.
Stop! Suck it up!
But even reaching the road will be a Herculean feat. The Moe's mansion sits close to the Red River. Large earth banks keep the water at bay. But these steep slopes are a real obstacle for the move crew. Try driving up them, and the 100-ton house could take a slide. So the crew must bring in bulldozers to level the ground and compact the soil. The truck wheels will just manage to grip on the dirt, as long as it doesn't rain.
There's too much of an angle on the bank, so our dollies would be low on that side, be high up on the road, and you could risk the house tipping over since the house is so heavy and so tall.
Yeah, good. It's go time right now.
Neil's move crew level the bank and get set to turn the house around for a straight run at the steep slope.
It's gonna be really tricky, guys, making sure we keep that building level.
I've been having nightmares about the house falling apart on the way.
Let's go!
I might have to step aside and go barf somewhere.
Keep cutting as hard as you need to, Neil. Keep cutting as hard as you need to. Make sure that our dollies don't get too close to any edge. Otherwise, our dollies will slide off and the house will tip over. So we don't want that to happen.
As long as they don't have a flat tire, I think we'll be good.
It all comes to this right here.
Just as they creep up the banks, they hit a major glitch.
Oh.
We're stuck. The house is so heavy, we weigh 213,000 pounds. And we're just stuck a little bit coming up this incline.
Truck is spinning out in the dirt.
They need more muscle and fast to drag the wheels out of the dirt.
Man, we should just run the wrecker out front.
Their 30-ton winch truck should do the trick.
Ready, let's go!
Good. 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 When you start spinning, you start shaking the house, and when you start spinning your tires, it's never a good thing.
Okay,
Worked out pretty good.
I guess we're good to go.
It's taken the whole afternoon to travel just 100 meters. Tomorrow's 60-mile cross-country trek may be too ambitious.
It's a big house. Big, heavy house.
Set your alarm clocks early, boys. "6 a.m., the day of the big move. Police have given Neil's team 8 hours to reach the new site and clear off the road.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take all day. Hopefully we get there tonight. If we don't, it's gonna suck.
But up ahead, there's an obstacle that can stop them dead in their tracks.
The main thing I'm concerned about is the bridge. I mean, even though the engineer gave us the approval and said it's okay. I'm still nervous.
We hope the sleepless nights are worth it.
The only way to reach the main highway is to cross a deep dike. There's a bridge that's just wide enough to take the Moe's massive house, but it can only support 30 tons. And Suzanne and Alan's mansion weighs over 100. Stall here, and the mansion could plummet to doom. There's no diversion, so Neil's team need to spread out the wheels to distribute the weight of the mansion across the bridge. They must keep moving, or they won't make it over.
I really hope we don't collapse this bridge. That's our worry, collapsing.
We should probably try to stay in the middle of the bridge if possible.
And then underslung, the front cross seam is narrower than my dollies, correct?
Yeah, just at the height. Start my turn yet or not?
The turn off the bridge is too tight. Neil's stuck.
Keep going, Neil, keep going.
But some hard steering gets them out of trouble.
Didn't collapse the bridge, that's a good sign. It's a good start of the day.
It is awesome. It's just quite a sight to see that big thing going down the road. This is a dream come true for us.
In Minnesota, Alan, Suzanne, and their kids are in hot pursuit of their 100-ton mansion.
House chasing. I think we got around the house. We're at the first railroad crossing.
See if it'll make it over.
10 a.m., 15 miles into the 60-mile journey, Neil's crew face a daunting challenge. A tight turn across a railroad with no room to spare.
We'll keep our fingers crossed and hope it gets over the railroad tracks coming up here.
I literally leave him 4 inches.
Holy cow.
That side's going to be extremely close. We might have 2 inches of room. Maybe.
I think they're gonna go over the last rail, and then it's gonna be extra bumpy, and then the house will go flatten right onto that grain bin.
Well, let's hope not, Alex.
We have to hit it perfectly. There's no room for air on this. Just slow, but I was gonna take it real slow. As long as the train don't come by. Good.
Tell me when I can cut it back. Mike, get over here, Mike. Mike. Go. Ah. We need to dig it. Good.
Watch your head. Woo! Yeah!
Hey, let's go far enough so we can get away from the tracks.
They said they had 4 inches of clearance between the signs or something like that, but they got through it.
They made it without a hitch.
No problem.
That's awesome.
That's about as close as you can ever get it. Without having to dig that stupid thing down.
It's finally starting to sink in that this is really happening, and it's exciting.
But don't get too excited, Suzanne. The house isn't even halfway home. Hauling a towering 42 feet tall building on such a long journey is a trucker's nightmare. More than 100 power lines crisscross the route, and Neil's team must shift all of them to pass. Except one, a 330,000 volt mega transmission line which powers the whole county. It can't be switched off. Get too close, and the mansion will end up toast. So the team have no choice but to take a different route. They'll drive close to a pylon where the cable is highest and try squeezing under. hoping that the current doesn't arc.
The wires probably supply a good chunk of the state with electricity. Lots of juice in those wires.
You don't have to be touching it for it to arc down. You can be within 5 feet of it. It arcs down, and then it'll blow every tire out of your truck and dollies. It'll blow your electrical system out of your truck. Fry everything, basically.
Well, we're supposed to have 7 feet. I'm hoping that he's right.
You're clear.
Oh, we made it.
They just squeezed through.
We didn't blow every tire out. That arc by the whole county would have been out without power, if not more.
In Minnesota, it's taken Neil's team 12 hours to move this massive mansion 60 miles. But they finally pull in at the Hilltop Farm, and Suzanne and Ellen take a peek inside.
I was impressed they could get it moved in one day. They were so gentle with it. It just got here in one piece, and we're really excited.
Now Neil's boys face their most difficult task yet. Slide the house over the basement walls.
It's moving. So far, so good. We're pulling it.
It's moving sideways. Nice and smooth.
Hard to believe they can actually move stuff like this.
All the groaning unnerves the crew.
Oh! Stay far away from the house while it's moving. That's my plan.
Just moments later, their hunch proves a good one.
Hey!
I think you broke a chain.
Now we broke a chain.
Almost in the hostage face. Yeah, that would have been scary.
Well, it was 8 feet away, but if I'd have been running it from this side, it would have been right at me. They can kill you, that's for sure.
They have to mend one of the chains, linking the winch truck to the mansion that snapped under the strain.
All right, go ahead, keep going.
I can now unpoop my pants.
That looks pretty darn good there.
Okay, stop that.
I think they've got it in place to start putting it down.
Lowering the mansion down onto the basement walls won't be easy. The walls are made of wood. Set the 100-ton building down at the wrong angle or in a hurry, and they might not take the strain. So for a perfect touchdown, the crew will build towers from wooden blocks under the house, removing one layer at a time to lower it down very slowly. It'll be like landing a spacecraft on Mars, but without any help from NASA.
They darn well better fit the foundation.
Better.
Otherwise, you're going to be in the doghouse.
We measured it an awful lot of times. It should be pretty close. On its way down. I think everything's looking good. We'll find out shortly.
The mansion makes a textbook touchdown.
And they got this on the foundation just absolutely perfectly. It couldn't have been any better. It's just exactly where it needed to be.
Sliding in the garage completes the puzzle.
You know, the customer comes up to you and says, you know, thank you did a really good job, you know, and I mean, and that's where they're gonna live, you know. It's really cool being able to provide that for them.
It's been kind of a roller coaster 4 months here. It's really kind of surreal, but it's wonderful.
2 months later, and the family are making the most of their rural retreat.
It is nice for the kids to be able to run around, and we don't have to worry about a lot of traffic. We don't have to worry about their safety.
But with a couple of months more work before they can move in, it's not all fun and games for Alan.
once we get the water and plumbing hooked up, basically have a functional house again. We're slowly getting there.
He's taking his time restoring the interior to its 100-year-old glory.
We want to just maintain the original character of the home because it's just a beautiful house.
In the hands of the Moe family, this old mansion has a bright new future.
I'm so proud of my husband for putting in so much work. It's just so beautiful out here. We just really enjoy it.